Hey, Jen, why haven't you filmed any videos since first year? Because it turns out the lighting in this room sucks and there are 0 good places to film. So here we are, old school, sat on my bed with a desk lamp pointing at me because the only window in my room is right next to my bed and the light is shining this way, but I cannot film filming that way because I cannot get a tripod there. This is fun. But another old school thing that we're doing here is we're reviewing a book. I haven't done this in so long, and partially because I haven't read for pleasure that much since getting to uni. But this year I've really found my love for it again, and I've read so many good books over summer. I did film a video about that when I was still at home, except my battery died halfway through and I couldn't find my charger, so that video is lost. But here we are reviewing Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. Carry On I read over summer, and it was the first Rainbow Rowell book I'd ever read. So I hadn't even read Fangirl, which kind of sets up the world, but my friends told me I didn't need to read Fangirl to understand Carry On, and it's accurate. You can very much read Carry On without knowing the premise of Fangirl. I will read Fangirl at some point because I love Simon and Baz, and I think that'll make Kath very relatable as a character. So yeah, but this video is about Wayward Son, so we're gonna start with the cover. Can we just appreciate this cover art? It is beautiful, but this is not where the beauty in this book ends. So when you take off the dust cover, which I did for reading to protect it a bit, we have this gorgeous floral pattern, and it even carries on down the spine. We love some sprayed spines down here, and the most incredible thing about this floral pattern is it matches Baz's suit on the cover. The detail, we love it. And then this is not where it ends. Doesn't end on the cover, doesn't end with the floral patterns. So this is the Waterstones exclusive edition that I have, and the exclusive edition also has inside these pages of art at the back and the front. So this one is, oh, by the way, spoilers. This one is from the scene at the end of the book, where it's all going fiery and flamey and everything's happening, but Simon flies up and saves Baz, and it's really beautiful and we love it, and yeah. And then the one at the back is a lot more fun, and I use this for reference a lot if it was talking about like a look from the character or like something they're wearing. We have Simon, Baz and Penny just driving along on their little American road trip. This was incredibly useful for Penny and her brown hair. If anyone has been following Rainbow Rowell's Twitter recently, turns out Penny's hair has been brown all along. Who knew? Yeah, never been purple, was red briefly, but has been brown since Carry On. Interesting that. And yeah, the readers have very much been fighting Rainbow Rowell over this fact, despite her having written the books and created Penny. But so this was a beautiful sequel, like not just aesthetics wise, but written like story wise as well. So the premise starts with Penny and Baz at uni, and Simon is living with Penny, and he's just, his mental health isn't in a good place, which is completely understandable. His whole life was leading up to him being the chosen one, and that kind of ended at the end of Carry On, and he just doesn't know what to do with himself anymore. And I think it would have been really unrealistic to have a sequel in which Simon is still really happy and him and Baz are carrying on the way that they are, and Rainbow Rowell handled it brilliantly. And then it goes on, so from there, Penny decides that what Simon needs is a change of scenery and books the three of them a trip to America to visit Agatha, Simon's ex-girlfriend who moved to San Diego at the end of Carry On. And we get lots of chapters from Agatha's perspective at the beginning as well, which I love. I found Agatha really annoying in Carry On, but now she's found her own way. She's found what makes her happy, and it's not the world of mages, and that's okay too. And Agatha becomes this really cool person now that she's left that world behind her, and in her new life she has friends that are just like her, and she's off to a cleansing trip, and you get the sense that not all is as it seems, and you would be right. So this is where everything's set up, and I think it's really exciting. And one of my favourite things about this book being set in America is the fact that we get to see how magic changes across countries. So the coolest thing I think about Rainbow Rowell's magic is the way that it's powered by normals, and the things that we say a lot can then become spells, because the more that they're said, the more magic is behind them. That's a really bad way of explaining it, but I think it's a really cool system. And so obviously when our trio end up in America, the spells they're used to don't work as well, because we have different colloquialisms and different phrases that are popular. It's really cool seeing the way that they have to learn and develop and listen to other people and find the way the magic works in America, find the phrases that are like the equivalents, like when I think Baz tries to tell someone to bog off at one point, and obviously the spell doesn't work because that is so British. And yeah, that's when they meet Shepherd, who is an American normal. I keep using quote marks when I use the word normal, and I don't really know why. But Shepherd is normal, but he's been following the world of mages really closely, online gossip boards, and just following magical people. And so when he comes across our trio, it's obviously very exciting for him. And I think Shepherd is such a cool character. I wish that he'd been developed a bit more in the second half of the book, because he's just kind of there. And I think he has so much more potential, but when he's first introduced, he is really cool. You don't know whether to trust him or not, and then the more he comes back, I think he's quite ambiguous the second time he comes back, but that really helps his character, because then when you know that he's trustworthy and the trio start to trust him as well, it's when you can kind of find out all his little quirks and just how cool he is as a guy. One of the other new characters is Lamb. Lamb is a vampire that they meet along the way, and unlike Shepherd, Baz trusts him a little bit too quickly. The others are obviously hesitant because vampire, but Baz sees something in Lamb, kind of like a mentor in a way, especially because they're in Las Vegas, which is Vampire City, and Baz needs someone to show him the way and show him how not to be caught, and Lamb definitely is that person for Baz. But you know the whole time that there's stuff Lamb isn't telling you, and the betrayal, you can feel Baz's hurt, even though you know it's coming in a way. You can just feel so bad for Baz as well. And yeah, ultimately an incredible book, just as good as Carry On, I'd say, and I absolutely adored Carry On. It's definitely the series for people that loved Harry Potter as kids and are looking for something a little bit magical to fill that gap, and a little bit more grown up than Harry Potter. This is like very much a teen series, and yeah, I adore it, and I can't wait for Any Way the Wind Blows. I've been on a bit of a Rainbow Rowell high recently, so immediately after finishing Wayward Son, I started Pumpkinheads, and I read it in less than 24 hours. So expect a Pumpkinheads review soon, because that was the cutest graphic novel one has ever seen. And I love autumn and all things autumn, and I've just been wanting to go to a pumpkin patch anyway recently. And Pumpkinheads has definitely fueled that feeling a hell of a lot more. Get ready for a Pumpkinheads video because that is definitely coming soon. If you're looking for some more bookish content from me, because I'm often MIA here, oops. I recently started a book Instagram with some of my closest friends. They are definitely some of my favourite people in the whole wide world. And yeah, we take it in turns to post book pictures every day. And it's really cute. I love it. It's called La Belle Dame Reads. Links below. And yeah, definitely follow because so many cute book pictures. As always, like this video if you enjoyed it. Drop a comment down below if you've read Wayward Son or any Rainbow Rowell books. As I said, I'm on a very Rainbow Rowell hype at the moment, so willing to talk about literally anything. Share this video with all your friends so everyone can see it, and most importantly,